Hello everyone, my name is Magdalena Bujalski. This is my cancer journey, and in today's video, I wanted to touch on some common misconceptions about cancer. I am by no means an expert, but these are all things that I did look into and research. Stage 4 cancer is a death sentence. Absolutely not. Yes, I understand that the word stage 4 is pretty scary, but hey, I have stage 4 cancer and I'm still kicking it. And I'm feeling pretty great. When someone is diagnosed with cancer, their tumor and their cancer is staged and graded. So stage basically means what level your cancer is at, and grading means how your cells look. So the higher the grade, the farther they are from looking like normal cells. All of the information that I am about to tell you is from the Canadian Cancer Society's website, therefore it is all legitimate information. When staging cancer, doctors look at 4 different criteria to decide what stage you are at. They look at the size of the tumor, they look at the organs affected, they look at whether it has metastasized, meaning whether it has spread, and where it has spread exactly. So there are 5 different stages that your cancer can be staged at, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 0 is what is considered to be pre-cancer. Stage 1 means that the tumor is small and isn't really growing very fast. Stage 2 means that the tumor is a little bit bigger and has the potential to spread to the organs surrounding it. Stage 3 means that the tumor is a little bit bigger than stage 2 and has been spreading a little bit to the organs around it. And stage 4 means that the tumor is rather large and has spread to a different part of the body. My cancer is considered to be at stage 4 because my tumor was very aggressive and was growing very quickly, and also it had spread to my neck. All cancers can be treated the same. Although there are many common types of cancers, each cancer is very unique to each person. Lots of tumors and cancers don't respond to certain treatments, and there are many different treatments and therapies available for cancer treatment, so no, it is not a one-size-fits-all. Cancer patients always look sick. This is a common misconception, and yes, although there is a particular image of cancer patients who are usually bald and pale and weak and skinny, that is not the case all the time. Take me, for example. Before I started any sort of therapy for my cancer, I had stage 4 cancer, and you could not tell just by looking at me. I had a little bit of swelling in my arm, but when I was wearing regular clothes, you couldn't even tell. So chemo is actually what made me look sick. Chemo made me lose my hair, it made my skin turn very pale, it made me get dark circles under my eyes. But depending on what kind of therapy and treatments that you're getting, cancer patients don't always look sick, and sometimes they look like they're perfectly healthy. Hair always falls out with chemo. The chemo cocktail that is given to each patient is very individualized to their own unique tumors. So depending on the strength of the chemo and the person's health and how their body tolerates it, some people may not lose their hair, some people may not fully lose their hair, so their hair will just thin out, and then others will completely lose their hair. And also, just because someone does keep their hair during chemotherapy does not mean that the chemo isn't working. Hair growth equals cancer-free. Unfortunately, I wish this were true, but it is not always true. Although after chemo, people's hair does tend to grow back quickly, that does not always mean that they are cancer-free. They may be undergoing other treatments that allow their hair to grow back, but that does not necessarily mean that they are in remission yet. Also, unfortunately, there are some cancers that are incurable, and the patient will have to have different sort of therapies and drugs for the rest of their life to maintain their cancer and maintain their tumors, and they may grow all their hair back. So no, hair regrowth does not always mean cancer-free. Everyone experiences the same side effects during treatment. No, absolutely not. Even though there are many different chemos and different cocktails that you can do, even those, people will experience different side effects with that. I experienced some side effects that someone that I know who did the exact same R-CHOP chemotherapy never experienced. They experienced some side effects that I never experienced. So it's very, very individualized, just like with everything else with cancer. It also depends on how strong your body is, what stage your cancer is at, how high your pain tolerance is. So there are a lot of factors that go into the kind of side effects that you will experience during cancer treatment. Cancer is contagious. No, it's not contagious at all. There are actually no possible ways of spreading cancer. The only way that you can actually spread cancer is through an organ transplant. If the organ that is being donated had cancer, it is possible that the recipient can get cancer from that. However, there are some viruses such as HPV that can be spread and that are known to cause cancer, so just gotta be careful about that. a lump is always cancer. No. There are many lumps and bumps in our bodies, and they can simply just be fat tissues that build up, and those are called benign tumors. But do go get it checked out by your doctor. It's better to be safe than sorry. Biopsies can spread cancer. So there's this weird common belief that when you go in for a biopsy is when you get basically a piece of your tumor cut off surgically. So there is this common misconception that it will dislodge cancer cells and the cancer cells will spread to your body then. That's not true. That is not how it works, and that is not how cancer spreads. And biopsies are actually a very critical part of cancer diagnosis. Without a biopsy, they would have not been able to diagnose my cancer, so biopsies are important, don't opt out of them. And the last misconception about cancer is probably the most controversial one. Sugar causes and/or makes your cancer worse. Oh boy. No, that is not true. Cells require glucose, aka sugar, for energy, and cancer cells just require twice as much as regular cells do. So yes, technically sugar does feed cancer. However, if you take sugar out of your diet, cancer cells are going to find other ways of getting glucose, such as from carbohydrates. The human body needs sugar to be able to function normally. And in saying that, eating lots of unhealthy refined sugars can cause you to gain weight, which can make you obese, which does highly increase your risk of cancer. But no, eating cancer in your everyday diet is not going to feed your cancer and make it worse. That is all for today's video. There are so many different facts and information out there about how to cure cancer, how to prevent cancer, how to help cancer, how to feed cancer, all these different things, and honestly, if you listen to them all, you will get very overwhelmed. So make sure if you're doing research about cancer, you are looking at a reputable source, and let's be honest, nowadays everyone thinks everything can cause cancer. So don't worry, don't let the internet get the best of you. I hope I cleared some stuff up today with this video. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. But for now, know yourself, know your body, and until next time.